I came across this headline recently of an article that said trust should be a 4-letter word. That's a stupid article. Trust is just a thing. We put a lot of weight into it, and it's important. But I think we might misunderstand it a little bit. This week on the podcast, we are talking about trust, and more importantly, trust in yourself. Are you worthy of your own trust? And what can you do to earn your own trust? And once you have earned that trust in yourself, how does that affect your ability to trust others? Hello there. Welcome back to JEB and Flow here on the Street Parking Podcast channel. Wherever you are, sit up tall, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath in, and a long, slow breath out. Do that one more time. If you can, close your eyes, breathe in. Slow breath out, settle in. Here we are. I was reminded when preparing for this episode of a time when I was coaching. I used to take people through one-on-one sessions before I would allow them to join group sessions. And we'd go over all the basic skills, and I'd introduce them to some of the more complex skills just so that they had an idea of what they were going into the class, but didn't necessarily need to be able to do them well or anything like that. One of the skills that we would address was double unders. And I'll never forget, I had this one girl, and listen, like, she came in with her dad, and they were very odd. Just the way that they talked to each other, the way that they talked to me, very, very odd. So I was prepared to have some interesting interactions with them. But I'll never forget this. We had the jump ropes out, we were doing some single unders, and I was explaining what the double under is. And she tried the double under, didn't get a double under, and so I don't remember what the cue was that I gave her. But I think I just said, just to start with, just jump higher. Jump higher, or maybe it was another one that I would start people with was, after you land, no matter what, jump again. But anyways, she did the double under attempt. It didn't work out, and then she just drops the rope and looks at me, and she's like, doesn't work. And I was like, wait, what? Like, it didn't, yeah, because you didn't do it. It was so funny, like, to have that type of mentality was so shocking to me. I didn't even know what to say. So anyways, long story short, I don't think she lasted too long. But the topic for this week is trust. It's trustworthiness. And trust is an interesting thing because we sometimes equate it as it's like this very heavy word. And when you trust somebody, it's like it's a really powerful, meaningful thing. And they better not break that trust because then it's this deep, horrible betrayal. Or we trust them with our secrets and that kind of thing. But trust is working in our lives every day with even the most mundane things. When you drive your car, you trust that the other drivers are going to stop at a red light. Now, you might, when you go through intersections, kind of give it a little scan, but for the most part, that's not going to be enough to prevent an accident if somebody's blowing through a red light and you're cruising through a green light. We trust that people are going to obey the rules of the road. When we get on a plane, we trust that the pilot knows what they're doing and the plane's, going to make it to its destination. When you purchase a chair or some other product, right? You trust that that chair is not going to fall apart when you sit in it. But like, think about a book. When you buy a book, what does that book do for you? Nothing until you read it. When you purchase a service like electricity or a cable, you're just paying for that service to work, right? So you pay the money and then the service works. You pay the money to your cell phone carrier and then your phone can make phone calls. You expect it to work. You don't have to really do anything. And when you purchase a service like education, or I don't know, maybe an online fitness program, well, then you trust that the subject matter experts are going to give you good, useful information. You trust that the workouts and the advice people give you is going to be safe and it's going to get you closer to your goals. But if you just pay the money and you purchase street parking, let's say, what has happened? Are you any more fit? No. Are you happier, healthier, leaner, stronger, look better naked? No. Because it requires action. You have to read the book in order to get the value from the book. You have to do the program in order to get the value from the program. So this whole idea of trust is interesting because there's an active component to it and there's a passive component to it. So if you buy that phone, for example, and you pay for your service and you make a call and the call works, are you proud of yourself? Do you take any credit for the fact that your phone worked? Do you post on social media about it? And then do you get really excited because the post actually posted to social media? No, because those are not active. Those are passive. Like, you're expecting that those things are going to work. You can't take any ownership of the fact that they did work. So there's no credit. There's no satisfaction. There's no sense of achievement. But when you finish a book, when you pass a class, when you do good on a assignment or some kind of job, when you achieve your fitness goals, you have received guidance and you've trusted that guidance, but you had to do the work. So what am I trying to say? Well, in order to feel successful in the attainment of any goal, it requires trust. And you have to trust the people around you. You have to trust the systems, the things that you are using. But you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself that you are going to do the things that you need to do, that you need to hold up your end of the bargain. So you have to trust the process, you have to trust others, and you have to trust yourself. And it's this balance of activity and passivity that makes it all work. Are you worthy of trust? Most people would say yes. I'm worthy of trust. Well, if we all think that we're worthy of trust, how come in a lot of cases we don't trust people? We don't trust others. Even something as innocuous as like a backseat driver. If somebody's telling you where to go and how to drive and to slow down or to switch lanes or to turn here, they don't trust you. You haven't earned their trust. And maybe you never will be able to earn their trust when it comes to driving, but that's a trust issue. But a lot of times when we think about trustworthiness, it's other people's trust. which we need to earn. But what about yourself? Have you earned your own trust? Are you worthy of your own trust? And I think that is the root of what I'm getting at. When we don't attain the goals that we set out to attain, when we don't find that feeling of success or satisfaction, and a lot of times it's easy to blame the teacher, the system, the service, the company, insert whatever external entity, whatever is not you, into that sentence. Sometimes that is true. But I question, are there cases, are there instances where it came down to a lack of trust in ourselves? And I know I can speak for myself that that has been the case for me many times. I just didn't know it because I wasn't paying attention. So are you worthy of your own trust? And why? Have you earned it? Trust comes through action, and it comes from action that is in alignment with your intentions and with your core values. Sometimes we have bad intentions. Those are not aligned with our core values. So if you have intentions that are aligned with who you are deep down inside as a true, real, good, pure person, you take those intentions, your actions need to be aligned with those intentions. And anytime that my actions have not lined up with my intentions, anytime my actions have not lined up with my intentions, I have broken a trust in myself. And I have had to earn that trust back through more action that was correctly aligned. So when it comes to action, let's talk about the action item. Practice active and passive trust. When you are taking action towards a goal, or that perhaps might be diverting you from your goal, pause and ask yourself, does this action align with my intentions? Do my intentions right now, in this moment, do my intentions align with my core values? Now, if you have to ask that question, you probably already know the answer. But if you get into the habit of asking, even when you know you're doing the right thing, you know that your actions are in alignment. If you stop and you ask, well, then when your actions might not be in alignment, you will have that habit to stop and to ask. And if you get into the habit of asking, you will start to see areas. They'll start to become very, very clear, very visible, areas where you can improve your ability to trust yourself or others. You'll be able to identify behaviors that don't line up. When you make the hard decision, the right decision, remind yourself when you do that you are earning trust in yourself, that you are becoming more and more worthy of trust, of your trust. And if you catch yourself blaming others for your lack of success or achievement or slow progress or results, just question. Question whether your lack of trust in them has anything to do with your lack of trust in yourself. Like I said, it's a balance. It's a yin and a yang. It's chaos and order. You can't have one without the other. So generally, there is going to be a relationship. Question whether your lack of trust in others has anything to do with a lack of trust in yourself. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.